Everybody loves to visit new places. There are a number of locations around the world which will give you nightmares. You will forget your sleep after watching some uncanny attractions. Here are the top 20 dangerous tourist attractions in the world. Mount Huashan. The plank walk on China's Mount Hua is considered by many as one of the most dangerous hikes in the world. Hikers walk across a few planks of wood bolted into the side of a 7,000-foot peak to reach a small shrine. While the hikers are harnessed, it is still a terrifying adventure to many who dare. The amazing fact is, this dangerous tourist attraction is considered one of China's 5 sacred mountains and is one of the most popular tourist attractions and pilgrimage sites for Chinese people. Death Valley. If the Earth is our home, then Death Valley is its scorching hot oven. This stunning desert holds the record for the highest temperature ever recorded on our planet, 134 degrees Fahrenheit or 57 degrees Celsius. No matter how tough you are, the blazing sun and searing heat of Death Valley will burn you out very quickly. The fascinating desert valley is on the eastern border of south-central California, in the northern Mojave Desert. Without water, you can live here for only 14 hours. Hiking Trolltunga. This dangerous tourist attraction is Norway's most spectacular hiking destinations, but it is one of the most dangerous and hardest hiking destinations on Earth. The estimated trekking time is 7 to 10 hours. Signs along the trail show the remaining distance to both Trolltunga and back to the trailhead. There are several options for traveling by bus, and every route takes you via the village of Oda in Hardanger. This is a dangerous holiday spot. A 24-year-old Australian girl fell off of Troll's Tongue and died. DeVille Pool, Victoria Falls. Devil's Pool is located atop Victoria Falls, one of the largest waterfalls in the world. The pool has long been a top must-explore tourist destination on the travel bucket list of many adventure lovers. Devil's Pool is located on the Zambezi River, along the Zambia-Zimbabwe border. Here, tourists swim dangerously close to the tipping point of the falls, only prevented from falling by a slippery submerged lip of rock. One brave Zimbabwean tour guide was presumed dead after plunging 90 meters into Victoria Falls while trying to rescue a tourist in 2009. Stairway to Heaven Hawaii Hike. Located on the windward coast of Oahu, the official name of this hike, the one you would see on the trailhead if you dared to visit for yourself, is Haiku Stairs. One interesting fact is the Stairway to Heaven was built as a way for soldiers to access the radio antenna that sits at the top. In 2015, a storm damaged some parts of the stairs. Instead of fixing the damage, the stairway was fenced off and deemed highly dangerous and illegal to climb. Do you smell danger? Hit the thumbs up sign to let us know how you feel about this video. Death Road. This most dangerous tourist destination in Bolivia is known as Death Road for all of the reasons you'd guess. Driving up or down this 43-mile switchback is extremely perilous due to fog, landslides, cascades, and cliffs that drop 2,000 feet at every turn. The road hardly gets wider than 10 feet. Multiple crucifixes spot the ground as memorials to those who have perished there. Nearly 300 drivers die here every year since 1994. It's no wonder it got the nickname. Yosemite National Park. It's important to keep in mind that the number of mishaps compared to the number of visitors in national parks in California is relatively small. In fact, the Park Service estimates about 150 out of 300 million visitors die annually in national parks across the nation. In Yosemite, an average of 12 to 15 fatalities a year occur due to accidents and other causes such as heart attacks. When some of those accidents happen, it serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the excitement of being in the wilderness, especially in a place as magical as Yosemite, can hinder all common sense. El Caminito del Rey. With narrow platforms, catastrophically poor condition, no handrails or fences, and hanging at a high altitude, this has long been known as the most dangerous hiking trail in the world. The construction process was difficult and dangerous. For some reason, the path was not maintained and over time became dangerous. This did not prevent locals from using it as a shortcut, including children on their way to school. But the reputation of this dangerous ravine in Spain began to spread amongst the rock climbing community as the adrenaline magnet. Trift Bridge. It is the only suspension bridge of the longest walkway in the Swiss Alps. Beside the long trek, the view here may also weaken some people's knees. It is suspended 330 feet from the valley floor and 560 meters in length. This is only the second bridge located in the beautiful valley with a dazzling landscape. In 2004, a huge hydroelectric plant was built under Trift Glacier. The plant collected and controlled the runoff from the glacier. A bridge was needed to reach the power plant below the glacier, and so this precarious position structure was built. However, it is not considered as dangerous as the glass bridge in China. Mountain Everest. Climbing Mount Everest is considered among the most dangerous pursuits in the world, with a fatality rate of 6.5%. Avalanches, cracking ice floes, and deadly crevices are just some of the obstacles faced by climbers. On their part, climbers also contribute to their fatality levels. The chief impediment is extreme altitude sickness. Lack of experience is another major problem facing mountaineers. Many fail to correctly establish their stamina and physical limit. Still want to tackle the Everest? Talk to us down below as we bring you 10 more dangerous tourist spots from around the world. Kokoda and Black Cat Trails. This dangerous tourist destination is a challenging 58-kilometer Papua New Guinea adventure that runs between Salamua and Wau and Morobe Province. It is a trail that passes through some of the toughest and most hazardous terrains in the world. Australian diggers have often been heard describing the Black Cat Track as the hardest slog they've ever done. In fact, the Black Cat tracks are harder than the Kokoda tracks. The terrain features dangerous river crossings, swamps, cliffs, fallen trees, moss-covered rocks, and dangerous ledges. This makes the Black Cat Trail one of the toughest tracks in PNG and in the world. Hawaiian Volcanoes National Park. Usually when visitors enter a restricted area in a national park, they risk being arrested by a ranger. But at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, you will die of natural causes. Staff at the Hawaiian Volcano Observatory noted that the return to life of the Kilauea volcano brought dangerous levels of volcanic gases, along with the possibility of deadly explosions and volcanic glass particulates that could damage your lungs. Crater edges at Hilameaua and along Kilauea caldera are extremely unstable, and collapses can occur at any time. Mont Blanc Mountain. This tourist attraction is a high-altitude mountain with risks of ice, falls, avalanches, and medical complications. But that's not why the mountain is such a killer. There is a dangerous combination of elements that come together to exacerbate the inherent risks of Mont Blanc. A man in his 40s died while climbing Mont Blanc despite intensive rescue efforts. Mont Blanc, located in the Alps, lies along the French-Italian border and reaches into Switzerland. Jacob's Well. At least 9 people have died diving into Jacob's Well, which is quite high considering the number of people who visit the area. The cave's chambers can be tricky, especially the third one, located 80 feet below the surface. It features a fake exit that has trapped and killed at least one diver. The fourth chamber is perhaps the most dangerous, since it involves squeezing through a very narrow passageway. Heaven's Gate. This holiday destination is located at the top of Tianmen Mountain, 24,500 feet above the city of Zhangjiajie in China's Hunan province. The 999 steps lead visitors to Tianmen Cave, which is the world's highest naturally formed arch. Visitors can get there using the cable car or choose the harder way, the 999 steps. Land Rover alleges that the Range Rover Sport is the first SUV to reach Heaven's Gate. Is it worth the name? Talk to us and check out the top 5 most dangerous tourist destinations in the world. The Danakil Desert. The main feature of the dangerous desert is the almost complete absence of breathable oxygen in its territory. The air here is smoky and filled with poisonous gases, so people can only be in certain areas of the desert for a very short time without risking their lives. Non-essential travel to the Danakil Desert, including the Erta Ale volcano in the northwestern part of the Afar region, is discouraged due to banditry. Cave of Swallows. The sheer dimensions of this place in Mexico are enough to inspire wonder. At 994 feet wide and over 1,200 feet deep, it's the largest known cave shaft in the world. In 2003, with less than a year of base jumping experience under his belt, Dean Potter stood at the precipice of the Cave of Swallows, a 1,200-foot deep hole in the ground near Mexico City. With a literal death grip on the rope, Potter slowed his fall and survived crashing onto the floor. Snake Island. The island was the only home of the critically endangered venomous Bothrops insularis, which prefers a diet of birds. Millions of snakes became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered up the land that connected it to the mainland. The worst danger on the island comes in the form of the golden lancehead snake, a species of pit viper and one of the deadliest serpents in the world. Hawksbill Crag. The hike itself is easy and has incredible views. However, it can be very dangerous if you are not careful once you get to the bluffs. Over the past 5 years, 2 people have died as a result of falling off the bluffs. For parents, it's not recommended to take your kids on this hike. Many people recommend on social media that a fence should be placed around the crag. Precipice Trail. The U.S. National Park Service discourages people from hiking down the Precipice Trail for safety reasons. Two-way traffic on the cliffs and iron rungs make this hike even more dangerous. You will hike up the Precipice Trail on one track and back to your car on a different trail. This makes the hike longer, but it will also be much safer. The Acadia National Park Service in Maine reported that approximately 160 people die in national parks every year. A woman fell to her death while climbing in 2012, the first fatality on the trail since 1985. We believe you enjoyed the thrill and shrills of these locations, so we are throwing in 2 more spots for your excitement. Keep liking the video. We like it. The Elephant Kingdom of Chonburi. But first, do us a favor. Click that like button to inspire us. Subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell, and you won't miss any interesting videos. Done then? Let's go. An elephant camp owner and a man-out were charged with recklessly causing death and injuries after an elephant killed a Chinese tour guide and injured 2 tourists. This happened in the Elephant Kingdom in Chonburi, Thailand. Considered the world's most terrifying tourist attraction, the attraction was shut down after disturbing photos emerged of tourists balanced on rafts feeding meat to crocodiles. They used flimsy canes to dangle lumps of beef over the jaws of the reptiles, which then leaped from the water to snatch their lunch. Grand Canyon National Park. This dangerous place has between 15 and 20 fatalities and 300 search and rescue incidents reported per year. The most common cause of death are airplane crashes, falls, and dangerous environmental conditions such as overheating or drowning. Grand Canyon is in the northwest corner of Arizona, close to the borders of Utah and Nevada. The Colorado River, which flows through the canyon, drains water from 7 states, but the feature we know as Grand Canyon is entirely in Arizona. Which one did you find the scariest attraction? Do you want to visit any of them? Let us know in the comments below. Like always, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and leave us some love in the comment section. To keep up to date with all of our awesome videos, be sure to hit subscribe and turn your notifications on to never miss a thing. Until next time, do take care of yourself.